Here we are, Algebra 2, 4-1 continued. So we're in the middle of this, checking over this U-try, and we just filled out our t-table here. So 0, 2 is a point that we have here, and then 1, negative 1 is another point. Plotting out, we already did the vertex, 3, negative 1, and 4, 2. So we got all of these points. We're going to draw our parabola. There it is. And then we're going to talk about the domain and the range. Domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. All the x values are included on this. The y values, though, start at negative 2 and go up to positive infinity. All right, next you try. This is the last bit that we're going to do. Let's also, right here, let's look at this negative 2 here. That's a minimum. We talked about that just a little bit. The minimum of this is negative 2. When we're talking about max and min, we're just talking about the y value, minimum of negative 2. So on this u-try, we're going to look at that as well on this second u-try. F of x equals negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 3. All right, dig into that one and pause and we'll get back to it. Okay, let's see how you did. Notice the a value is negative 2 and the b value is negative 4. So x equals negative b, which is negative 4, over 2 times a, which is negative 2. So that's going to give me positive 4 over negative 4, right? Positive 4 over negative 4. So x equals negative 1. Now let's plug negative 1 back into the original equation. F of negative 1 equals negative 2 times negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. So positive 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Minus negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4 plus 3. So I end up with 7 minus 2, which is 5. So my vertex is negative 1, my x value, and 5. Now we can start plotting this thing. Oh, on the last one we didn't say what the axis of symmetry was. There it is. Axis of symmetry is x equals 2. All right. Let's look at this next one. So x is negative 1. There's my axis of symmetry. And y is 5. That'll give me my vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 1, negative 5, that's my vertex. Positive 5, sorry. Now I'm going to plot some points that I create or discover here. Negative 1, 5. So I go negative 2, negative 3, 0, and 1. When I plug 0 in, I get positive 3. When I plug negative 2 in, I also get positive 3. When I plug 1 in, I end up with negative 3. And when I plug in negative 3, I get negative 3. So let's plot the rest of these points here. 0, 3, 1, 2, 3. Negative 2, negative 3. And 1, negative 3. And negative 3, negative 3. Notice this parabola opens downward. Now, so that means this will not be a minimum up here. This is going to be a maximum. The maximum is 5. let's talk about the domain and the range. The domain, still, all the x values from negative infinity to positive infinity are included. For the range though, gosh, I keep doing a soft bracket for the range. I start at 5, and then the values that are below 5 are included, not the ones that are above, so I do negative infinity, 5 to negative infinity. Now, the last thing to notice here is, see how this graph opens down, and I have negative 2 out here in front for my a value. This one, my a value is positive. This one, my a value is positive. This one, my a value is positive. If your a value is negative, then it's going to open down. That parabola will open down. If the a value is positive, then the parabola will open up. And so that's one way to kind of help you make sure you're getting the right answer here. And that is the end of 4-1.